Hi, I'm Jesse Campbell, and I'd like to call this a Super Soul Sunday for singers. Yeah. Or artists, or whomever that desires to do something different than you've done before. So my goal is to keep this thing around 3 minutes, but it's to really encourage and inspire you through my own personal stories and probably stories of others later on. But I want to really share my truth, my journey that helped me to get to where I am, which is such a place of peace and fulfillment. I have not sold millions of albums. I don't have millions of followers, but I'm just in such a wonderful place, and I want to assist those of you who desire to be in a similar place, in getting there. So anyway, I was born and raised in church, right? And that's when my singing began. But I always knew that it was something more, and more so something different for me. So I took a leap of faith and I stepped outside the four walls of the church toward the direction of where I felt was meant for me to be. Now, through a series of what I call fortunate events, because I don't look at things as good, bad, right, wrong of my past. No regrets, because they all made me who I am today. So I ended up auditioning for singing reality shows because I wanted to share what I have with as many people all over the world in the least amount of time as possible. Just do it efficiently. But they all told me no. So I said, okay, well, God, universe, I did my part. So, all right, cool. Well, I'll just go back and finish my education in spiritual psychology. So how am I going to do that? Well, one of the ways, I am going to accept singing engagements for whatever people can afford. Now, that was on a Sunday, right? So on a Wednesday, that following Wednesday, I got a call, and someone wanted me to do a mini concert, but all they could afford to pay me was $75. I'm like, what? 75? What am I going to do with 77? And then Spirit reminded me, you said for whatever people could afford. I'm like, oh God, I did. Okie dokie, I'll be there. I showed up, right? So while I'm there, instead of singing 4 songs, I ended up singing 7 songs, you guys, 7. So it was a wonderful exchange of love and light and energy. And by the time I left there, the speaker, the pastor, had allowed people to give into my hands as they left out the door, and I ended up leaving there with $780. Come on now, from $75 to $780, and they only had like 50 members. Oh, so I needed $1,600 to start school on that Friday. So I'm sitting outside the fitness center on that Monday, the very next day, and the phone rings, and it's the speaker. The speaker said, hey, I know someone. Do you have music? I rushed home, got music, sent it to that one person. She sent it to another one person. And then that Tuesday morning, the voice called and invited me to be on the show. Oh my God, wasn't that crazy? I know, I've been waiting to tell this story for the longest, so I have to protect people, so I can't really give the names as of yet. But listen, I just want to encourage you. Just, Don Miguel Ruiz has a book called The Fifth Agreement, or The Four Agreements, and one of the agreements is be impeccable with your words. I had to be impeccable with my word, my own word to myself. So I kept my word, and then I showed up, and then I did my very best. Do the best to your ability. You know what I'm saying? And don't be attached to the outcome, because you never know when and or where that one person may show up and enable you to show out by doing what you know to do to the best of your ability. So one person is all it takes, but you got to show up. Anyway, so that's my little something for Super Soul Sunday for singers and artists and the like. So hopefully I can keep this up. So isn't that a beautiful view? Isn't that just beautiful? I know, I love Los Angeles, California. All right, love you guys. Peace, Jesse Campbell. Oh, now, please follow me on Instagram. It's Sing, Jesse Sing. I'm asking, that's all. All right, love you guys. Oh, and if you want to follow me on Facebook, it's Jesse Campbell fan page. Oh, God, I almost ran into a pole. All right, love and light. Peace.